Have you ever wondered how the phases of the moon can affect your life? On your success, relationships, and financial well-being? It turns out that this is not just a philosophy, but an ancient truth that was used by our ancestors. And today we will reveal these secrets. You may be surprised, but the right time to take action can change everything from an important deal to a personal relationship. What if I told you that you don't just have luck in your hands, but a powerful force that you can use every month? Are you ready to learn how to use the moon correctly to improve your life and achieve success? Beware, this knowledge may change your understanding of how the universe works. Before we dive into how the moon phases can help you achieve success, let's figure out what the moon is from an esoteric and astrological perspective. In different cultures, the moon was considered a symbol of changeability and cyclicality. In Egypt, it personified the goddess Isis, who helped people cleanse themselves and restore their inner harmony. In ancient China, the moon was a symbol of feminine energy, yin, which has a strong influence on the earth, on plants, and even on people. But how does this relate to your life? The moon, like many other celestial bodies, influences earthly processes, including our emotions, health, and actions. This influence is especially strong in certain phases of the moon. Each of the moon phases is a time for different types of activity. For example, the waxing moon will be different from the waning moon, and it is important to understand how to use this to your advantage. The inspiring phase of the waxing moon is a time to start new projects and endeavors. When the moon begins to wax, its energy accumulates, and this is the perfect time to ignite a spark in yourself, believe in yourself, and set new goals. You may be surprised, but this is the time when the most successful starts happen, whether it is starting a business, creating new projects, new habits, or even improving personal relationships. This is the time when you can attract positive energy. Think about when you started something important in your life. Perhaps it was during the waxing moon. For example, you decided to start a new endeavor, and at that moment, everything turned out somehow easier, more successfully, as if the universe itself was pushing you forward. This is the work of the waxing moon. It supports your endeavors, gives strength for growth and expansion. The waxing moon is a moment of accumulation of strength, a time when we can fully collect our energy for further steps. It is also the perfect time to sow the seeds of new ideas, projects, and even desires. During this period, you should focus on what is important for your future, what will grow and develop. For example, if you want to start learning something new, the waxing moon will give you this impetus for learning. But the waxing moon phase is not only a time for personal achievements. It is also a moment when you can clear your life of everything that no longer serves you and make room for the new. After all, if you do not make room for new ideas and projects, the old will block your path. It is like cleaning your house, getting rid of excess junk so that the space is filled with something new and important. Let's move on to the next phase of the moon, the full moon. This phase is considered the most powerful and intense. It is during the full moon that the energy of the moon reaches its apogee, and many people feel its impact especially strongly. The full moon is a time of culmination, completion of cycles and achievement of results. This is the moment when you look at your life, what you have managed to do, and evaluate what works and what does not. At this time, the moon helps us to open up, complete things we have started, understand what is holding us back and what is moving us forward. This is also a great time to let go of what no longer serves your growth. The full moon is a time for internal cleansing and cleansing of old attachments. Sometimes, in order to move on, you need to leave old pains, grievances, and disappointments behind. It is very important to understand that the full moon is a time for finishing things. You should not start something new at this time, because the energy of the moon will be directed more towards finishing than towards starting. At such moments, you may feel a little exhausted, because the full moon requires us to process all the accumulated energy. This is a time for summing up, analyzing, and self-reflecting. The next phase is the waning moon, and here the deepest phase of cleansing begins. The waning moon is a time to get rid of old habits, harmful thoughts, and unnecessary emotions. This is the perfect moment to get rid of everything that prevents you from moving forward. You can spend a day or two simply burning your old ideas, making room for new ones. The waning moon helps us get rid of the ballast that holds back our growth. This is also a period for inner work, for working on yourself. The waning moon is a time to slow down, analyze your mistakes, understand where you can improve your actions. During this period, it is important to listen to yourself and close all unfinished business. The waning moon, like spring, helps to clear the space and start with a clean slate. Also, the waning moon is a time for financial matters. This is not the best time to conclude large deals or sign contracts, but it is an ideal time to analyze your finances, get rid of debts and unnecessary expenses. You can work on reducing expenses or getting rid of financial problems. This is the moment when you free up your finances for future, more profitable opportunities. It is important to remember that the energy of the moon, although it exists independently of us, but it acts in harmony with our internal states. If you learn to interact with its cycles correctly, your life will begin to change. After all, the moon affects all processes, be it the growth of plants or our internal state. The correct use of its energy can lead to incredible results if you learn to understand it. How can you learn to use the power of the moon for your life? First of all, it is important to monitor the phases of the moon and plan your activities depending on them. You can start with simple steps. Start using the waxing moon to set goals and implement plans, the full moon to evaluate your achievements and work on yourself, and the waning moon to cleanse and prepare for new beginnings. This knowledge will help you become more conscious in your actions and therefore successful. Understanding that time is really important will help you not only in personal matters, but also in business. If you can take these rhythms into account in your life, you will become more effective and smart in decision-making. So what can you do right now to improve your life with the help of the moon? Start simple. Track the phases of the moon using apps or old calendars. Develop your plans taking these phases into account, and you will see how your inner state and results begin to change. With each month, you will become more tuned to success and harmony. Do not forget that you are not just a person who exists in this world. You are a part of the universe, and the moon, as an integral part of it, influences you. Use this knowledge to become the best version of yourself. If you like this video and want to learn more about how natural forces, numerology, and philosophy can influence your success, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This is the only way you will be aware of all the secrets that will help you become more successful and harmonious. And if we get 1,000 likes, I will immediately post a video on how to calculate your financial code using numerology and attract success and wealth into your life. Write in the comments which phase of the moon is the most important for you and how it influences your life. I am waiting for your thoughts and will definitely answer.